Hello, only me. I love doing that. That makes me feel like a professional news presenter. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, this was a live stream. It probably says in the title that it was a live stream. We're doing the transfer window. You can see on screen news. We've got some news. The board came to me and said, shall we sort out some coaching wages? I went, no, let's not do that. Let's do this. Thinking they're never going to agree to that. So in 1 year's time, we will be turning professional. I don't know if that depends on balance, because if it does, then, well, we're not then, are we? Yeah, but I guess we'll wait and see. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Everyone in the chat. How you doing? Good to see you. I'll be answering questions throughout the stream, but obviously understand as well that we're going through a transfer window, so I need to focus on what's going on. Financially right now, we've got no transfer budget, so welcome to the transfer window with no transfer budget. We've got £130,000 worth of debt, but hopefully at some point we'll go professional. Hopefully. If we do, it'll be next year, so that's exciting. In terms of the team then, if you've been following Thames, then good. If you haven't, this is going to be a big spoiler stream on loads of aspects of what's going on. The team is looking thin. Not only that, Gavin Fitzpatrick is probably going to leave in about 4 days' time. Oh, by the way, you're now going to discover that because we're now 10 years in the future and I've had quite a lot of leagues loaded, there's also going to be a moment where some leagues are removed and some ones are added. I'll show you that as we do it. So yeah, it's a bit, not laggy, that's the wrong word, but when you haven't clicked a name for a while, sometimes they take a little while. Luckily, some of these now are flying through, but you can see tiny delay, but it shouldn't be too bad. Again, hi to the chat. Good to see you all. Everyone's typing in there, saying hello. Most people have been nice, so that's good. So right then, team-wise, we're looking a bit thin on the ground. I've already established that I think I'm going to be playing a diamond in the upcoming season due to the players that we've got. We're going to get we've got loads of loanees back again, as well as some new ones. Holness is returning for another year, which is really good, as is Keon Harris, and I think he's improving all the time, so he's a really good player to have at the base of our midfield. Obviously, we had him last year as well. Bright is still here, Owusu's still here. They should be here throughout the season. I do want to make sure we've got players that can come in if they pick up any injuries. It does mean, though, that we're not going to play with wide players for the first time. That doesn't mean we're going to get rid of them, though. Calvin Hall and Christy Clark-Slocum are going to stay at the team. If this starts to go badly, obviously we're still training the Thames 4-5-1 at all times, so we can always switch to that if we absolutely have to. But I just think a strong core in the middle, especially with players like Doherty as well. Simon Doherty, again, another loanee that we've got for another year, I think could be a superstar for us. So we'll have to wait and see because there's so much time to go in the transfer window. And as you can see then, left back seems to be pretty sorted as well. We've got Morgan in there, who's been the most natural fullback, like rather than defensive fullback I've had for a long time. Left-footed, not the quickest, but it's decent marking, decent tackling. Mentals are very, very good. Good teamwork, work rate, that sort of thing. And on the right-hand side, we're still lacking someone. I could maybe play Anthony Martin there. I will keep him at the club for now, but I want someone slightly better, and we'll see if we can get them in on a short-term deal, probably. If we get a loan signing, that's fine. And up front, a little bit of a situation. We've got Gillum, but I don't think Gillum is really good enough to play alongside Owusu. Owusu got loads of goals last year. Obviously, got himself sent off at the worst possible time, which kind of ruined everything. But yeah, last year, 40 goals. It was a Mo Salah-esque performance for him, so he's pretty good. And I guess we'll see how we go on. If you look at the ins and outs, quite a few players still hopefully coming in as maybe they potentially do come in from London Colney and Kirkley and Pakefield. I'll show you them. Ethan Morgan so far, the only one we've brought in, and release players I think will go in this. I think they'll probably go in this stream. Yeah, I think they'll all move on. Of course, we are live, so anything can happen. This could get dangerous. And as I say, in the comment section, if you've got any good questions, by all means, leave them. Some people are saying that they enjoyed the charity match yesterday. Thanks very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. It took 10 hours to render that through, so that was a long time, but worth it. Right then, Gareth Smith. First player to come on my radar. And yeah, he scored quite a lot of goals in the Evo 6 Southern Premier. It would be a bit of a gamble to get him in. I don't think he's overly good. It was more to the point where I couldn't get any strikers in, but I saw that he was prolific in his division last year. He scores goals every year. He's not great, though. But do you know what we'll do is we'll delay this and we'll go through and we'll maybe come back to him later on. But you'll see throughout this, really, that we don't have a massive amount of great players that we can bring in. And so I was looking at defenders during the last stream. Bradley Comfrey's one of the better ones, although that's his copy of club. That's his goalkeeping attributes, which is getting confusing. But if you go on defensive, there's a few decent ones, but most of them copying this sort of this orangey colour, which you don't want. You don't want the orange colour. The orange colour is the worst colour. Actually, that was right backs, not even centre backs. Maybe we should look for some more. I know, because I was looking for a right back. Of course, we were without one. I remember now. It was a couple of days ago. Sean Bray. I mean, what we have to do really is get past the 30th of June and then see. This stream will be about, so the video as well will be about an hour and a half long. Hopefully, the plan was that if you're here on the, what day is it? Tuesday. If you're here on the Tuesday when this happened, it will be live at 5 o'clock. But I don't know if I trust YouTube to do that. If not, this never happened. So if you're watching this in the future, everything worked out for the best. Lots of things going in the chat. Like, did I watch the rest of yesterday? No, I didn't, because it's not very good after WrestleMania ever, is it? We actually set a new highest an average attendance of 786, mainly due to the amount of away fans that came. We are well. That's the okay. Well, welcome to Ben's Ponzi scheme. No, it's a money-making extravaganza. I'm not going to play the friendlies today because there's so many to go through. We're not going to win any of them. Well, we might win one or two, but yeah, this is how we make all of our money. Villa, Leeds, Everton, biggest team we've played so far. Newcastle fans will be watching this furious, but yeah, hopefully we'll get lots of money in the bank. That'd be good, because right now we don't have any, and this right here keeps me afloat every year. Otherwise, I don't know what would happen. It'd be a tragedy. Someone's asked me to sign Mo Salah. I think that's probably going to be quite unlikely throughout today's stream. Ben Morgan. Has he just been suggested to me? Oh, no, someone else has offered him a contract. I was going to say, he doesn't look very good. What's all that about? Look at Stanway United. Well, Stanway FC. We bought Owusu from them. I had a look last time I played this, and they had nobody else of real quality. Only one guy, and he's refusing to talk to me. So it's not worth it. There's almost as many people watching this stream as going to Thames matches. How many people do we have at the moment? Over 600. Wow. Hello, everyone. This is nice. Again, I'll try and answer. If you've got interesting questions, leave the interesting questions. If you haven't got interesting questions, write them down, put them in your pocket, and leave it there. Harsh. Now, the other big bit of news is that we're going to lose any minute now Gavin Fitzpatrick on a free transfer. Yes, that's the situation. He's not going to be here. I can't offer him a new contract. Oh, okay. For the first time in the history of the save, I can offer him a new contract. His interest is extremely doubtful. But I mean, this is going to be what? I have been trying to all season. I've been trying to tie him down to a contract. What? We'll offer him the most, obviously, because I don't think he's gonna. What? I'm a bit shocked, actually, that this is happening. No way are we going to keep him. I mean, I want him on a 3-year deal, ideally. There's no way he's going to actually come to me, or stay. There's no way. There's no way. He'll go to another team. He's going to let this run on beyond the release date, and then he's going to move to one of the big boys. There's no way. He's going to go to like Portsmouth. I'm not believing it. I've been trying. Do you know what? I was so fully expecting it to just say, I'm not talking to you, and then we just sit here sad for a bit, and then spend most of the stream looking for a goalkeeper. If that doesn't happen, this is going to be great. I need Michael Emery to talk him round. We're playing Villa in the first friendly. As I say, I'm not playing the friendlies because there's about 12 of them. We drew with Aston Villa. Wow, they should be ashamed of themselves. John Pring on the score sheet. Fitzpatrick did all right as well. Well then, here we go. What a start to that. Oh, good. I mean, you might think my sort of injury concerns about Owusu and Bright are unreal. Like, they're not true, Ben. Incorrect. Here we go then. How bad are these? Both of them. I mean, anything that can happen when it's live. Amazing. He's out for 6 to 8 days with a twisted knee. Breathe. Bright is out for the exact same injury. Were they having a race? What? They're both out for the exact same duration with the exact same injury. What's going? I've never seen it before. Okay, fair enough. They've had a race. Amazing. I love that. And they've both pulled up before the finish line. Oh dear. I mean, that's quite funny, actually. They've got the exact same injury. I wasn't expecting that to occur, but it has done, and we've all got to enjoy it together. Anything can happen in these streams. Who knows? Now, what we really need is we really need Fitzpatrick to sign on the dotted line. I love that. Come on now. We need this. Ben, interesting question. What's your favourite flavour of crisp? I'm a classic salt and vinegar kind of guy, to be honest. Yeah, I don't like cheese and onion. And my girlfriend Ellie, she loves cheese and onion, and that's probably the biggest conflict we have in our relationship, when she's had cheese and onion crisps, and I don't want her near me, because I'm averse. I'm cheese and onion averse. It's not a thing. We've got some more friendlies coming up, Leeds and Everton. As mentioned then, this might be a little while now. Hopefully my stream and OBS don't crash here. I'm pretty sure this is right in a moment anyway. Going to add in loads of new leagues on today. So, you can see then we are removing... Oh, no, are they new? Are they in? I think they've just entered. We've now got France and Germany. I'm starting slow. I've got rid of some of the regional ones. But yeah... Great. Okay, I think this is our new look database. Then we've got a whole bevy of new players from other countries. Still got Scotland, Northern Ireland, Holland, Republic of Ireland. I got rid of Wales because Wales' teams aren't very good. The good ones play in England, so I just sort of moved on from those ones. And now we have Germany, Holland are coming as well, and France too. We could probably get a couple more in, but for now I'm quite happy. I think until we get into the higher levels, I'm not going to add like Brazil, Argentina, Portugal, and some more in, but I will do the further up we go. Oh my god, he signed! I can't believe it! I genuinely can't believe it! There's no way. This is amazing news. I genuinely am in shock, because I thought he was gone. I've offered him so many contracts. He's actually staying. I've offered him so many contracts. Unbelievable. The Failing Gamers, thank you for the £2 note of support. That's very kind of you. I much appreciate it. Wow. Oh, that's good news. A 3-year contract as well. I mean, his handling's a little bit questionable. Apart from that, he's really good. That's amazing news. Right, he must improve at one-on-ones. We'll train him in that area. Yeah, his one-on-ones are poor, to be fair. And I do see him get beat in that scenario, so that makes sense. Even Stanway, someone mentioned Stanway. They've put an offer in for Ryan Johnson, which must mean he's quite good, and he's not really. They've got one good player, Stanway. I say this is the team we got Owusu from. They've got a right winger, Terry Taylor, who's very good. Is this going to be a day of good things here where we go for him? And wage demands, I love that. He's on no money, viewers. This is the problem with these lower league databases. He's on no money. He's achieving nothing really in his Scottish career. Terry Taylor's a real person, actually. I've just realised, but he wants at least $5,000 according to this. So yeah, not interested. Player for Stanway in the Bostik League Premier Division. Playing with the likes of Whitehawk, who have passed in the Corinthian Casuals. He's playing the Casuals. Do you want to come and play for me? No, I'd rather play against the Casuals than the Vanarama National. It's outrageous. Matthew Gillam, of course, some of these contracts are expiring. Considering they don't want a weekly wage and they're only going to play if we absolutely need them. We'll try and put these down a little bit. Come on, 300. Yeah, come on, 300. I'll give you an extra £5 if you get a clean sheet. Yeah, happy with that, aren't you? Pring's pretty good, so I'm going to keep him around. The Gillam's an interesting one. He's actually on a weekly wage, but that would disappear. His weekly wage would go. I think as a backup striker, he's probably all right. It saves me having to go and get one. And some of the strikers I've been looking at are like 2-star ability. So we can always leave him in the reserves if it comes to it. Fuller's left his loan. Thames released 21 players. Okay, shall we see? Most of them I'm fully aware that they're going. I noticed there that Owusu's contract's nearly up. Well, Foster's is nearly up as well, but that's just the lower league levels. That just happens. Owusu's on a big contract as well, a contract that we can't currently offer. So just not going to talk to him for now. We'll just let that play out, see how it goes. If you look at our reserves, it's a who's who of former Thames legends, in my opinion. Togwell's still there. Wayne Atkinson. Who else is in there? Michael Caine. Just hanging out, just chilling out. Wayne Adams is still here. I mean, unbelievable scenes. Jason Barry. Quite a few of the old boys have left, though. Stephen Wright is still here. It's been unbelievable. I mean, has he had a testimonial? He should have done, really, shouldn't he? So what about the under-23s? Chris Day is just in there. And then, wow, we have a load of absolute nonsense in here, don't we? I mean, we should probably be cutting these down. And at some point I will do. Our youngsters coming through, there's not a great deal. Kevin Smith, the goalkeeper, not really doing too much. So it's all a bit of a situation, but our 11 now is looking a lot stronger. I can't believe Fitzpatrick's stay. I love that. That is just that's the story of this team. Those two injured, having a race with one another. So what we need to do today then? Objectives for today. I did say 3 o'clock. Sorry, Sam. We started at 2 o'clock for those that are new. Fitzpatrick in goal, Morgan at left back, QSA, very good little left back. We've got Holness, who had a big injury last year, but I do think in this division is very, very good. Mohamed next to him, again, similar situation, very good player, 3-star current ability. Still need a right back. Harris in front, Keon Harris, who is very, very good. So he's going to sit in there. Foster, who's the more attacking of the two midfielders, very good passing, good first touch. Hasn't really developed in a well-rounded manner, though. I think this is probably as good as he's ever going to be. Doherty next to him, I know from Crystal Palace, the Irishman. Bright then plays, of course, as the attacking playmaker, or the advanced playmaker, but does attack as well. Owusu as the poacher, and then we're going to bring in someone next to him, and that's going to be today's mission statement to see how we do. £5 donation from Matthew McFadden. Thank you, my man. I wasn't able to see the charity game yesterday. How did it go? It was really good. People seem to really enjoy it as well. And the broadcast, if you want to watch the charity game, and please give to Just Giving if you can, is in, well, if you go on my video page on youtube.com/DrBenjiFM, then you can see it there, and it's still available to watch. It's like 2 hours, 20 minutes long. But the actual show is like 2 hours, 5 minutes long. I know, I sat there and rendered it for 10 hours. So, just to go over it once again, for those that are confused, including myself. Right back, backup goalkeeper, probably another attacking midfielder in case Bright gets injured, and another striker. We've got Clark Slocum, we've got, like, Calvin Hall is a really good player, so to not play him, it will probably be a mistake for the first part of the season. I just want to see how we do with a diamond. I think our midfield's really good, and if we can get someone alongside Owusu, we're going to be laughing. If we can't get someone alongside Owusu, the backup plan is to play Calvin Harris out there. Calvin Harris, that's a different person. Calvin Hall out on the left-hand side, and then have Owusu further forward, and maybe play a player like that, and it'll just bear with me. We'll see what happens throughout the rest of the transfer window. So, we're now in the 5th tier, for those that are unaware. Someone just said it there, 5th tier. We are indeed in the fifth tier. This seems higher def than Twitch and your normal YouTube videos. Yeah, I don't really know why, but it probably looks good. It's also in... Maybe I should just record everything in 30 FPS these days, because it just looks slightly cleaner. But yeah, also the bitrate is quite high. Shout out to my new ISP, Virgin Media. Thanks very much for your support. Although when I got Virgin Media, of course, it went down that evening, didn't it? So that was good. Thanks guys. Ben, if you're looking for a striker, check out Billy. Billy, I know who you're talking about. Is that even a real person? Or are you playing games with me? Calvin Harris as club DJ. So, strikers. Now, the way I'll do it is like 2 or 3 different ways. Re-sign Andy Douglas. As Andy Douglas just left the team. Actually, I was going to look through that, wasn't I? So far, this is sort of what's going on. Andy Douglas. That's quite sad, but you can see why he's not here anymore. He's just not that good. He had 2 really good years, and then last year I didn't really play him. Zach Rogers, thank you for the donation. That's very kind. Much love to you, sir. Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we can do. In terms of, like, positionally, we need probably 2 or 3 more defenders. I'm trying to have a bit of a tighter squad. I had quite a long list of players last year. I don't want it to be as long this year. I want it to be a lot more sort of, this is our 11. These are the players that will make the difference if they have to come on. Players like Clark Slocum, players like Calvin Hall, and then the rest of the team kind of picks itself. I think more central midfielders of a decent standard, and that's the big thing. Now players have been released from contracts and whatnot, we can start to focus in on that a little bit more by seeing which players are available on expired deals. Anyone that's like very interested would be perfect. But we'll see if we've got any of these players that are already scouted by us. Our scouting is pretty expressive. Expressive? That's not the right word. The word's gone. He looks okay. James Baranovsky. He looks alright. It's an attacking midfielder. He's quite well rounded. He's not particularly special. We're just seeing that these standout players. So for those that are confused, like what's he doing? Obviously I've highlighted the passing stat, because I genuinely think in this division, if your passing is good and your first touch goes with that as well, you're normally a pretty good player. So we're looking for that combination and seeing how much blue. This is why the colours I feel like are most important on these sort of pages. The most amount of blue suggests that they're the most well-rounded players from the selection we've got in front of us from the player search. And for example, like this player here doesn't jump out, although I've looked at him before, probably for this reason. But he's quite well-rounded. Quite a lot of blue, some standout yellow stats there as well. Tring, Alex Perry. I think we looked at him quite a few years ago, actually. Around, I don't know, when did we first scout him? That'd be interesting to know. 2027. Was that the last time? Oh, that was when he was last scouted, not when he was first scouted. I don't think we can see when he was first scouted, but I bet it was a long time ago. I feel like I recognised his name for quite a while now. Not too many players. Teddy Bishop? Is that Ipswich Teddy Bishop? It is Ipswich Teddy Bishop. Well, that would be interesting. Bit of experience. I mean, physically he's struggling a little bit now at the age of 31. We'll get him scouted though. We'll see what we can find. But we'll just keep going through, see if you can find anyone else that's of decent quality. If you spot a name that I missed, let me know. Jay Grayson's his passing's not as good, but again, quite a well-rounded player in the centre midfield. Good free kick taking, first touch is very good, technique, and actually 11 passing. You can kind of deal with that. 29 years of age as well. On that left side of the midfield too, would obviously replace Simon Doherty, would be a good backup for him. That's not too bad. We've still got Scott Pope at the club as well. Decent player. He's kind of in that role at the moment. 23 years of age, decent passing, but I know there's a few things about him I'm not a big fan of. Like his acceleration and pace not the best. So I guess we'll see. Ben, don't look at the search screen. Check the better teams in your division to see who they've released. A lot of these, I mean, I will probably do that at some point. But the joys of it are that because of our reputation, a lot of players that are released from these clubs, you can see they're 1.5 star club. I think our reputation is probably still, unless it's gone up and I've not seen it. Oh my! Do you want to resign as manager? No. That would have been imagine doing that on stream. That would have been possibly the worst thing that could have happened on the series so far. That would have been bad. You don't have any search packages. Did it run out? Is that why? Have I not bought the new one? That could be why. No senior package. The problem is it runs out quite quickly, so it's not ideal. But that's the only one we can really plump for. That would have been a situation. Holy smokes! I've used the loan system. I feel like I've done that quite a lot so far. Is there a loan limit in this league? Actually, I've not really had a massive amount of loans to know if that's the case. There doesn't appear to be a loan limit, although I feel like there probably should be. Does it say down here if there's a loan limit? No match day rules. I mean, probably because that's not the right match day. I don't know if anyone knows that if there is or not, then let me know. God, imagine if I'd have retired then, just like auto clicking like I often do. That would have been particularly bad. But no, we were going to go through the Vanarama National. You can see teams like Accrington, they're probably a good example actually. They're released players. Some of them will definitely consider it. Rather than clicking everyone, I tend to just hover the eye for good ones. Like if they're not very good, like this is probably a good example. I could be made to look a fool here. Although let's see, he might actually. No, he won't. So this is actually a good example of what I'm talking about, that a lot of these better players from these better sides don't. So what you have to do, as I'm sure you know, is go through all of them and try and find a good one. Like he would be amazing to get. Aspen Feathers. See, this is the pain we go through as a low reputation side. I never even looked at the reputation, did I? Filed here as well. Is that Adam Campbell, Newcastle Hall of Famer? It is. Remember when he was like a little god of football manager? I'm sure there's people out there that do remember. Actually, Andy Ryan, he's not too bad. Physicals are a little bit poor though, 33 now. And I don't want to just bring someone in for the sake of bringing them in. Ross Page. So you guys try and keep up with me here, folks, as we fly through. He might come to... His work rate is shocking. No. So even he is not having it. This is the case. That there's loads of players that are released that we don't pick up. There's one or two you can get from the higher divisions doing this, and for whatever reason, especially if they're local, so they were already in London, they sometimes think about it. And obviously we picked up Stevie Foster from Coventry, so there are examples of it where it can happen. Oh, he might have been quite good to go for had we lost. I mean, we still need a backup keeper. No, forget it. The financial package is a problem right now, apparently. Emmett Mullen, sorry, let's go back to him. 25 years of age. I mean, left-sided. He would be... I already know, viewers, he's not going to want to join, but... he's not going to relocate. None of them want to relocate. So that tends to be why I stick to the very interested list, or at least the interested list on these pages, just because I know that they're players that will actually play for me, and you can get some good ones. I know people sort of like to poo-poo the player search, but generally speaking, you can get some decent ones. I've now sort of widened it a little bit. Ryan Pick, he wants me to click his name. Left-sided, decent little player, and interested, and that's important, right? So he's probably as good as some of the players we looked at just then, but you know, there's a lot to be desired with a lot of these players. We'll go for sort of striking talent now, and just take a look through. Obviously, I'm not going through every single player. I don't want this to be a really boring live stream. I'll try and answer questions as well. If you've got any good questions, pop them in the chat. And 6 loans max. Thank you for that information. So we've currently got 4. Thank you for letting me know, stream. Thank you for letting me know. We're playing Leeds. Let's see how our finances look. Our finances. That's not how you say it. Finances. We'll see how they look after this friendly. Hopefully better as we tick over into July the 1st. And actually, we're already in July the 1st. What am I saying? Right. Financial update. Oh, you can see already had some money made. Now it's 89,000. Income so far for this season is, if we can look at gate receipts. Oh, that was last month. 33,000 for last month. That was just from one game. So this will be a good example. You'll see how much money we make from one game against Leeds United at home. £4,000. 4,000 attendance is what we've got. Gareth Smith. Again, he's back. I'm going to delay it again. Sorry, Gareth. We'll see. Opinions of Steven Gerrard's Rangers. I think it's a good move for everyone involved. This is quite interesting because obviously these are a lot of players of the now, but have all got a bit older. So that is quite curious. Liverpool have released Emirates. I don't think I can sign any of them, sadly. David De Gea at 37. Is he retiring? He is retiring this year after a very long career at Manchester United. I'm sure there'll be people interested in this sort of thing. Harry Kane, he's also been released from United, not scored so many. Went for a massive £94 million to United from Spurs. Is he retiring as well? We retired from international football, so no, he's actually he's looking for a new club, so he's not retired. I mean, all right, well, Harry, I know, back to London. You might imagine if he said yes, £300 a week. Imagine it. He'll probably go to sort of some Bostwick Premier side, won't he? Do I not use Genie Scout? No, because Genie Scout is cheating. So no, I don't use Genie Scout. Are you still not in favour of personnel? Good question, actually. I don't know the answer. I'm loved by everyone currently. Everyone's having a great time. I don't know what the problems are. I should be part of it, in my opinion. There's a few players who aren't happy. We'll ignore those names, though. They can lump it, I think the phrase would be. Right, let's go on Thames then. Oh, it's gone up! Yes! Finally! Okay, so our reputation has gone from 1 star to 1.5 stars. Finally! That's taken so long. I don't know if you've seen me click on it sort of in videos, but it's finally happened. Still not favourite personnel. Someone said to me, though, the reason you're not favourite personnel, Ben, is because you keep demanding stuff from the board. And then I thought, is that really true, though? And then I looked at it and realised that, yes, I do demand quite a lot from the board, most of which isn't accepted. And so, yeah, I can understand it from that level. I think they must have stayed up. Did old Burton. All right, well done, Burton. By the skin of your teeth, you did it. Bill and Ricky have now gone into the football, or have gone into League 2. Any more shocks in there? I know I did a video about this sort of stuff recently, but I'm always interested to see if there's any like major shocks. That all looks pretty normal to me. Yeah, nothing too incredible. Comparing Thames to Salford story shows the real struggle. Yeah, without their reputation, that's not bad, you know. We didn't sell it out, which is a bit annoying. I mean, I thought Leeds brought a lot of away fans. They brought 1,000, so we had 2,600 plus away fans, and they scored 92nd minute as well. Ryan Brewster plays for them and scored. Our Leeds are Prem side currently. No, they're a Championship team. Okay, not too bad from us though. I mean, you got to say, I'll take that. Financially, then I did mention it, so we'll just go over it again. From that one game, we made £33,000, and you can see we're already clawing our way back into the positive. We've got loads of games to come as well. Everton there, Palace, Burnley, Brentford. Brentford are one of the bigger sides, so that's why they're there. Newcastle, Norwich, Leicester, all money makers. So I guess we'll see. I'm hopeful. What happened to Thamesmead? They're still languishing quite low down. So they're one of my rivals, aren't they, Thamesmead? I think West Ham might be a local rival as well. Are they still on there? Yeah, Thamesmead are... Yeah, bless them. They've not had a good time. And now, because I've just deleted the leagues, they don't even have any players anymore. So that's bad. Do you still play FM outside of YouTube saves? I do Twitch saves with them. This is the first offer I've had for a player, I think, ever. We're not doing it, though. I probably can't get any better than him. Okay, I should be looking for players, really. I'm sort of continuing through. It's weird. Every year this happens to me where I'm trying to get to a situation where I've got a positive balance, and then I sort of go from there, because I feel like the boards get a little bit more lenient. We've got quite a lot of wage budget left, actually, so we'll have a look. Should we look at the loan market? I'm sure there's a few of you out there thinking, get on the loan market, Benny boy. So we will do. We'll see who the best players available are, just based on club. And there's actually some bigger names now starting to develop. Of course, we're still looking for a striker. Could Bogdan Dobrin? I mean, it's a great name. The Romanian. Could he be the one? I'm a bit concerned that his passing's really bad, his work rate's really bad, teamwork's really bad. I mean, yeah, it's acceleration, pace, pretty good, off the ball, composure, okay, decent finishing. Not exactly been prolific. Basically, his name is the only thing that I clicked it for. Left-sided defender at Bristol City. We've got to be a little bit picky now with our loanees. I know now we can only get 6, or play 6 at least. So we've got to be a little bit more selective. Bogdan Dobrin is a great name. It's almost a shame. Ash White there, central midfielder, looks decent. This chap from Bristol again. A lot of Bristol players being offered to me. If we can go on shore, Brian Watson. See, like, he's not that good, is he? In terms of value, he's the most. And I'm just so far, I'm just looking at the ones that have got the most value to their names. Because generally speaking, they're the better players, although it's always a little hard to tell, if we're being honest. This guy, Sam McQueen, 33 years of age. Physicals are in the pan. Michael White from Wolves. Central midfielder, loanee. Central midfield's not a position that we're really in need of a player, actually. It's probably striker. Getting a good loan striker in might be the ticket for me this year. This guy, any good? Not bad, actually. Healy. Hopefully he comes in with the trainers. Oh, man, he's had an awful loan spell at Telford, though. Did he play a lot? 6 starts. I mean, that is something to put you off, isn't it? Good acceleration, decent off the ball, decent finishing, but he's had a bit of a bad year. Carl Noon there, not the quickest, but good work rate, good teamwork. If they haven't got good acceleration or pace, I kind of forgo that if they've got a good teamwork or work rate. These guys aren't. This guy, well, he's not going to come to me because he's worth the money. But no, it's a loan deal, though, isn't it? That's what we're looking at. Maybe we'll come back to that one. In fact, let's not forget about him. Let's get him scouted and see what our not very good scouts think of him. As then we're narrowing our angles or narrowing our options quite a lot. Pat Rogers, on loan from Cardiff, the Welshman. He's not very sure of signing for me, but if we could get him in, I mean, they're not going to want anything for him or make him a key player. He can play as a striker the whole time. He can't be recalled because I don't want that to happen. And the loan can't be terminated. I mean, they're fine with it. If he joins me, Pat Rogers, he could be very good. Great acceleration, left-footed, can play on the left as well. Passing's not great, which is a bit of a worry, but work rate and teamwork very good. Off the ball, very good. 14 composure at this level is different gravy, as they say. So you never know. We've already looked at him. Ray Harrington, he looks pretty good as well. Again, from Cardiff, a couple of Cardiff boys. I mean, we'll go for both of them, actually. I think that's probably quite a good idea. And we might get one and not the other. They're not too sure about the move, though. But look, it's in London, boys. You'd have a lovely time. It's not like Wales, which is lovely, by the way. Any Welsh people? Hey, Ben, going to be lurking in the background in work. Best of luck finding players. Thanks, man. Could you tell us more about how and why you made Thames FC a thing? I assume you've created the club, right? Yes. Well, I wanted to do something that wasn't restricted by any copyright or anything. So if Football Manager wanted to share it, they were able to, and they did promote it a little bit. But also, I've never done a save with someone with a team that nobody has got any affiliation towards. So unless maybe you live in London, but before we started, I thought, well, let's look for an area of London where there isn't a lot of teams in it. And aside from West Ham, who have moved a little bit closer, actually, if they'd have stayed at Upton Park, they wouldn't have been as close. Let's go for a team in London that have got, because London's catchment is quite big, and I thought for starting a new team, that's quite important. And you hear all the time that there's loads of good players in London that never get picked up. Holy I won't do a swear, Ben. Really? Sheffield United in League One? They've got a player called Danan? I mean, maybe. Who's their most valuable player? Oh my word, that's quite a stat. Shall we do it? I mean, Thames has been a good run, right? But shall we do it? No, we won't do it. So I wanted to just do a team that no one had any affiliation to, and so we could all sort of get behind it and not feel because the amount of times, you'd be surprised how often I do a team save, and rivals of that team go, I'm not watching this. Because I hate these people. So I wanted to do a team that no one would have that with. No one would have a problem with it. And I know people say doing lower league in England is a bit boring, but it's not for me. It's the most fun I have on a save. Building from nothing to something is one of my favourite things to do on Football Manager. So I don't necessarily agree with the idea it's boring. And I didn't do it last year either, by the way. I did a Serie B side and got them promoted, and then We obviously did. What else did we do last year? Leicester was last year as well, so a Premier League team, admittedly still in England, but Leicester on it. And did we do another one as well? Am I going crackers? Was it just Spal and Leicester last year? Hello? Did I? I can't remember. Smashed by Everton. Again, didn't even sell it out, probably because it's not from London. We had a massive attendance though. So that's just as good for me. And that actually might have put us in... Oh, we're close. Nearly there. Was it quite easy to do? It's not really difficult to do. I got the FM editor, Steve, to help out with it and to make the database. And it will be available to Patreons if they want, as well as actually a 10-year. So when I've done this show for 10 years, that will also be available for patrons as well, if they're in the right bracket and whatnot. We could do like database giveaways as well, which is a bit weird. I've never thought about doing that before, where I could just, if you want to play it, you can have it. But that's when the series is over. And the reason people might ask, why do you do it like that? The biggest reason is because I don't want people to play ahead and tell me what they know. And because I don't want to know. I don't want it to be spoiled in that way. Or it'd be very easy for someone to play it and then tell me how good certain players are and whatnot. And I don't want that to be the case. So I wait until it's over. And then if anyone wants to play it, they can do. I think we'll probably go for a couple more months, though, with this save, I would imagine. I mean, we've got to get to the Prem first, right? Road Trip, of course. Was that last year, Road Trip? That's mad. Road Trip. You can tell I forgot, because I'm glad people liked it. I was a bit indifferent on it. I don't really... I thought maybe you will agree or disagree, folks, but I think, and if you watch me on Twitch, you'll have heard me say this a lot, but I think my best saves are when I am doing a save where you can know the players and get to know them throughout the save, like throughout the whole save. And in a journeyman save, you don't really get that unless you take a player with you, but then you're always sort of hampering yourself at the next club when you're pulling players along with you that aren't as good. So I didn't really want to do that, and I think my favourite saves are where I can have like a connection to the players involved. And while there's quite a lot of turnaround in these, we've had some players at this club for 8 years, and in a journeyman save, you can't really do that. So, like Clark Slocum is the best example, right? Everyone's loving Christy Clark Slocum because he's been here for a long time. We feel like we know him now. And hopefully we'll have the similar thing with some of the other players that are coming through. I just think one club saves suit me better as a YouTuber. So Jeff Thomas is a really good example of a player that we obviously dragged through with us. But we're still good. So you're not on Twitch. Not right now. Is that obvious? Is there a giveaway? I've just noticed, by the way, folks, we've got over 1,000 people watching right now. Give yourselves a round of applause. I can't believe it. Do you know what? I thought we'll stream at this time of day and we'll see. But I can't believe there's so many people watching right now. Holy smokes. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, you weren't here for this. Or maybe you were. But yeah, I can't believe there's so many people watching. Do leave a like if you want. This is like a normal episode. So drop a like before you leave. And subscribe to the channel. Yeah. We played a London team. Attendance 4,000. Told you. The facts are in, viewers. Now we'll definitely be out of it. 34,000. Right, now I feel like we can start to unleash a little bit. We've got loads of wage budget left. ABC was your best save. I love how retro you are. Thanks very much. There'll be lots of people watching right now that don't even know what you're talking about. What would happen if Thames sacked you or refused to offer a contract? New club or a whole new save? There is a fallback for that. We talked about that once before, actually. There is a plan if that happens. And you will all know about it. And it'll be really obvious. But it's not like... it's until it happens, which I'm sure at one point it will. And it will depend on circumstance a little bit. But at that point, you can know about it. Are we all agreed that this scouting inbox is not that good? I don't really like it. Like, you get maybe one good player out of about 200 players you go through, and I don't know why I'm even scouting them. I can see they're not good, but I get stuck on the Get Scout report because I think, oh, maybe they are going to be good, and I'll miss out on a gem. Andy Murray, he's actually quite good. I think we have to sign him. Andy Murray. I mean, this is how it happens, viewers. This is what happens. It's Andy Murray. How can I not sign Andy Murray? I've got to sign him. He's English, though. I mean, at last. Andy Murray. It's ridiculous. Does he like any Scottish? Unflappable, media friendly. It's Andy Murray. We've got to sign him. And he's quite good as well. Like, it makes sense for us to get him. It's perfect. He's perfect. And actually, see, now this is the sort of thing. You see that Derby have released one good player. Have they released more good ones that would like to join, apart from Andy Murray? Clive Holm, probably not. Carl Richardson. Oh, right back. Right back, Carl Richardson. No. Back to reality, Ben. No, after Andy Murray said yes. Oh, my word. See, if we were higher up in the divisions. Oh, look at him. Look at him. He was at the Van Armour National on loan. Ben Cousins. Oh, there's always that, like, half a second. There's always half a second where you think, oh, I've got to get him in. They've released some absolute gems, by the way. Tom Johnston. He's good as well. See, we got, and this is what I mean. There's the one player. I mean, a credit to my scouting system for finding him. Ian Webb. I don't know why I'm doing it, viewers. This is just going to hurt me because I know they'll never join. We should probably go down to like the Championship, League One, see if they're releasing any players that might fancy it. Their vice captain's Michael Emery. I thought I saw it. And I thought, there's no way. But no, it's not. Is it his son? I imagine if he's called him Michael Emery. No, it's not. It's not his son. That's a pity. Maybe we should just say it is Michael Emery. Who saw that coming? Not me. Went on Birmingham. Ben clicked off it. Didn't even look at the players they've released. They've released a lot. Carlton Morris, ex-Norwich Academy. No, doesn't think it'd be a good career move. I suspect a lot of these players probably think that. Because they're all released and because they're all free transfers, it's the sort of thing that I'll probably go through again at some point. Once, like, not during this stream. I said there'll be loads of players to go through, and the ones that are left over, you could often pick up a little bit easier anyway. Andy Murray, though, he's actually pretty good. Like, his mentals are pretty solid. He's got good physicals, decent tackling, passing's quite good, so he might be a bit of a ball player at the back. So, you know what? I'm not massively against it. Yearly wage rise, let's get rid of that. Promotion wage rise, sure, it's not a big deal. No, get rid of that. 2-year deal, it's fine with me. 250 quid, bit of a sign-on fee. But now we're in profit again. I don't feel too bad about it. Why not look at clubs like Charlton? They're actually in London. Good point. We all do that. Although even then, do you know what I would like to have set up actually? And I never did. Is a database of all the players, or not a database, but like a short list of all the players that are released from London clubs. I don't think you can do it like that, can you? I don't think you can, but that would have been quite useful. Obviously, we played at the Valley for a little bit, so there might be players on option. He wasn't too bad, actually, but we've got ourselves a lonely left-back now, so we don't really need him. Although we could always do with a backup. Most of these players aren't very good. Oh, no, none of them that good. The only good one was Jamie Kelly, was it? No, who was it? It was the left-back. Hayden Walker? Was it you? No, this guy? No, Samuel Thomas? It was Lewis Madley, wasn't it? I know before I even go on it. It's quite pacey. Decent defensively-ish. I mean, coming as a backup. It's not the worst player. You're not getting your number 3, I don't think. Long-term aims to get promoted. Well, they're mine as well, mate. And now you've got more aims, have you? All right, let's just do it then. Fine. We'll appoint player as captain. Hang on. No, sorry, I didn't... Oh, God, I don't want to... Oh, dear me, what have we done? What have we done, viewers? What have we done? Loney-wise, we're pretty solid. We're still waiting on those strikers. So that's a big moment for us. I guess we'll have to see. What time is it, by the way? We've been streaming for 45 minutes. Blimey. This might go on longer than I said. An hour and a half. It might be more 2 hours. I guess we'll see. If you're still enjoying it, we'll keep going, you know? Lewis Madley wants to be captain, wants loads of money. No, absolutely not. Definitely not. A trial before signing them. Now, that used to work a lot better on the previous games. Someone's just followed, but I think that's on Twitch. So thanks, whoever that was. I don't know if you probably didn't hear it now, I think about it. Conor McDade. Now, we looked at him, didn't we? Will he actually sign for me, though? I think this is one of the players that we scouted, but he won't sign. Yeah, okay. Now it all makes sense. Joe Grayson, useful signing. I actually think he's quite good. If he joins us on the cheap, backup as well, he says. I think that'd be quite a good player to have around the place. 3-star player, not too bad. Emmett Mullen. I would have really liked... Like, that's weird, because our scouts don't rate him particularly highly, but I definitely would rate him. He's the sort of player that we might offer a trial to. A couple of weeks, if he says yes. Probably won't. We'll add him to the shortlist. Ryan Pick. good passing ability, decent set pieces, not much else. Teddy Bishop. See, he's not rated particularly highly, especially in our midfield, which is pretty good. Might have problems with injuries, doesn't enjoy big matches. Seems strange to say no to a player like Teddy Bishop, who in theory would be quite good. But no. And Andy Murray, rated 80 by our scouts. That's quite high, all things considered. Yes, we've got to get Andy Murray in. He might even start for me, you know. He's that good. He might actually start. You never know. Keep an eye on that. We still need to find out about these Cardiff loanees. Oh, this is the perfect sort of deal as well. He doesn't want to be paid a weekly wage. Just if he plays, 200 quid. I think that's really good. Really solid acquisition in the centre of our midfield. We need a little bit more depth in there as well. I think a lot of that makes sense. Had a good year last year. Actually, was it last year? Yeah, had a good year last year. So he's in good moods as well. You'd hope so. Our team is looking all right. I think we still need to focus on getting a right back. Our first game of the season is quite a long way away. The 5th, we've got about a month left. So we've got plenty of time and loads of games in between that as well. I'm just going to go back in search for a right back because we're looking at those Cardiff loanees who were a little bit unsure about it, but we're going to go back now and take a look. So tackling, marking, I want to be good. Work rate, always want to be quite good as well. That's probably about it for now. As a couple of players have come up. This guy, free transfer. He's not the quickest. I don't really know how to say his name either. Olapadi, maybe. And peculiarly, he hasn't had a team. He hasn't had a team for 12 years. Hasn't retired though. Still plugging away. 12 years, mate. I'd think about it. I'd at least get another job. Like, it's weird that he's only just come up in my searches as well. That's the most peculiar thing about it. That guy there is listed, and he's on 1.8k a week, so we're not going to be getting him in. Let's knock it down one, see if we can find anyone else in there. This guy, he's worth money, so he's not coming in. Wolves. Oh, on loan, maybe. Troy Ashley Malt. He's incredibly well-rounded. He's not the quickest, but, I mean, as far as loanees go, I'm just going to offer that straight and see what they say. I want to scout him as well to make sure he's actually as good as I think he might be. That guy, 12 years, mate. At least think about it. Think about getting some more employment. Become a YouTuber. It's a doddle. It's a doddle. Right. Come on, Burnley next. Keep getting the money in. We're really interested to see if we get these Cardiff strikers, though. We'll only take one. What if they both say yes? How are you for centre-backs? We're okay, especially if we get Andy Murray in. He'll be a really good acquisition. Mullen, why? You're not even good, according to my scouts. Why be like this? He won't even talk about a contract, will he? Not a sausage. What we've not done yet, and it's very hit and miss to do this, is to go through national teams, or maybe even under 21 national teams, more often than not, and just see if any of these players are looking for clubs, because they'll have a little bit more value to their names. I mean, he's a bit raw, isn't he? You see, Roy Nelson, isn't he a UFC fighter? But for 50 quid a week, Roy Nelson, 17 finishing, very fast. I think I have to. See, this is one of my little systems I go through, which, I mean, I'm not even going to contract him. If his scout report comes back and he's really good, then sure. But for 50 quid a week, like Roy Nelson, he's pretty good. Where's he been? Warren Point, scoring a few goals for Warren Point. Brian McPartland, he's not bad. I'll be honest, viewers, and I'm gonna just front up and say that you see 17 finishing, you click contract. You know, that's what's happened there. But if he's willing to, there might be a few more out there that are clubless that might think about it. Now, that encourages me, if anything, which might be a mistake. See, they don't fancy it. Now, bringing someone in from another country entirely can often be a different kettle of fish. That can be a lot more difficult, generally speaking, and a lot of them have got clubs already. But essentially, we're looking to see if any of these players don't have a club. Luke Williams at the back doesn't fancy it. Where's he been? Liverpool. That's probably why then. Albanian right midfielder. Not great. But look, if I find one from doing this, then I'm happy with that. Because if another 21's been released, it means he was on quite a short-term contract. He's never going to come, but I mean, oh my word. Imagine if we got him in. Oh, what a pity. It'd be great. If he'd have gone up the divisions a little quicker, he might have been a possible. Cyprus usually not that good, so they've got a couple that might be interested. Denmark. Again, we're just looking at the club section really to see if any of them are without a club. And then we'll go in and see. There's not a chance in hell. But where's he been released from? Which French team? Reims. See, like, would never get him, but it's quite exciting, isn't he? Where is he more likely to go? Who've bid on him? Freiburg. Not like an amazingly great team then, actually. As we come back round towards Northern Ireland, have Gibraltar got any good kids? Sometimes they're on really low contracts. So, I mean, obviously, Workspace has not been there to make them good, which is a bit of a shame. Iceland. I mean, this guy's £95. So, I mean, I could probably afford that. £500 if he's really good. I'll let the board deal with that because he'd be worth having. Who's this guy? Israeli. This guy any good? Not bad. So you can see sometimes scouting for lower division teams is not the most exhilarating of tasks. Kosovo. I mean, imagine if they're really good. They're not really good. We kind of knew that though, didn't we? Liechtenstein, Lithuania, centre back. We're still at that point now where they don't have to be incredible for us to pick them up. They just have to be solid. As we work our way back round to Roy Nelson. He's the main man. I guess we'll see if he's any good. I guess we'll see. You're loving this. Thank you very much. I'm going to struggle to say your name, but I'm going to call you M&M because both of your names begin with M. So, there you go. Do you have a big database? How dare you? I would never ask. You should never ask a woman that. Pat Rogers. I want to see how good Pat Rogers is. He's well up for it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, I thought that was Roy Nelson. Ah, okay. Yes, fine. Get him in anyway. Pat Rogers. I've accepted that now, viewers. So that's happening. Can't terminate the loan. So if the other one was better, that is a problem. But Pat Rogers is coming in. Ha! Yes. I mean, he's not played at all. Oh, wish I hadn't seen that. Move on. He's good. I mean, alongside Owusu as well. Ooh, baby. I mean, we scored quite a lot last year. Rogers joins Thames. I mean, yes. Look at him. But even so, that's really good. Are we still on the move? Excuse me? No. £1 million and he can go. But anything less than that, absolutely not. He's the last person I'd sell to. How dare you? Right then. Pat Rogers in. Up front. It now means we're not going to play with a wide player. But even if we go to the one striker system now, we have two really good options at striker. And all of a sudden, folks, our team is looking that little bit better. If we can get a decent right back in, maybe the guy from Wolves. I don't know if he said yes or no yet, but then that'll be 6 loans as well. So we'll have gone heavy on the loans. But if it gets us promoted, I don't really care, to be honest. Guess we'll see. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm noticing we've got nearly 1,200 viewers, which is a lot of people. If you were in this room right now, we wouldn't all fit. So that's how many people it is. Would we all fit? No, we wouldn't get 1,000 people in this room, Ben. What are you talking about? No. Although it goes back further than you probably think. That's a small squad. Yeah, we're going for a smaller squad. So my strategy is to go for the players that we definitely need. Have a really good 11. Have a solid 11. And then beyond that, go around and try and pick some maybe 3-star players up if they're out there and available. But keep the squad a lot tighter than it has been previously. Ethan Morgan, although doesn't look great, I think will improve and has got a lot of potential as well. So don't scoff at him too much. You might look at that and go, oh, you should get a better left back. But actually, I think for what we want, it's pretty good. So we'll see. Interestingly as well, I'm going to train them in standard. I don't actually want them to be attacking. I think standard is flexible is where we should go to kick things off. Actually, in terms of instructions, I should probably look at that more as well. But I always wait. This is probably the wrong thing to do, but I always wait until I've got my fixed 11 before I deal with that sort of thing. I should probably be training it way earlier. But I'm not an expert, so although drbenji.com does say that. 64. Oh, maybe we should do a Roy Nelson. Yes. Now, what are we predicting, chat? Do we think, just for those that are here live, do we think it'll be 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star? Potential ability. 20 years of age, under 21 international. I'm going to go... this might surprise people because I'm still going to get him, but I think he'll be like 3-star potential, 2-star current, something like that. If he's not, if he's incredible, then great news. But we'll see. We'll see what you say, chat. I'm excited now. This could be exciting. Thank you for the £1.99 donation. I basically how much a McFlurry is these? How much are McFlurries? Keep it up, mate. Up the Villa. Good luck in the playoffs. It's going so well. A lot of people saying 4-star, 3.5 star, 4-star. A few 2 stars, 3-star. Now is that current ability? I think it is, isn't it? All right. Well, we'll see what he is potential wise. Ooh, that's quite exciting. Not as bad as I first thought. Good determination, good pace, and that finishing is a standout thing, isn't it? But again, left-sided too. So just brought in there 2 very good strikers. Strikers that I could bring off the bench. I think he's gone straight into my reserves. What the? No. Get in the first team. Now with that, I almost want to offer him a new contract and be like, I know you've just signed, but do you want to sign a professional contract, please? He's already on £50 for an appearance fee. Maybe not yet. Not yet. That's not bad though. I think that's pretty good. I feel like we should probably get him contracted now, but we'll wait a little bit. Yeah, not bad though. Quite excited by that. Someone mentioned trial days. I think we should do a trial day if we're given the opportunity to do so. Networking, isn't it, what we're doing here? No, it's not there. Oh. Wait, is there? No? Affiliate club? I can never get like a good senior affiliate, which is really annoying because Burton are my one right now. And they don't even offer me loan players anymore because they're just not good enough ever. So it's never worth it. If I just quickly put this on technical, there's just nobody there that stands out. Maybe him, right back as well. Ugh. He's not quite there. If it was a few years ago, I'd have snapped their hands off. But no, not right now. But Nelson Signs, that's a good little sign-in out of nowhere as well. That's purely, I'd have never found him. He wouldn't have come up in my searches. But just from looking at the under 21s of the international teams, I managed to pick up a striker. So when people ask me, how do you get good players? How do you find like little hidden gems like that? It's like being honest. There's not really like a tried and tested method. You have to just do it every now and then. So I won't probably do that every year, but every now and then you kind of look through, see if anyone's coming through. As well as, like someone mentioned it earlier, but a great way to find players that are maybe interested is just going through the released like players, and it might take you an hour to go through all the clubs that maybe give you a player here and there. But again, you're kind of just looking for that one, especially in the lower leagues. You know the situation. You're just looking for that one player that goes, go on then, let's have a go, like him, for example. But no, not interested, despite the fact it's Vanarama national standard. But this might be some Fitzpatrick situations where they think they should be playing higher up. So as much as you think, they've been released, they don't want them, actually it might just be the player trying to force a move. So that's where it's quite back and forth in that regard, that you've got to wait and see if they're interested. Most of them probably aren't, though. Chris Renshaw looks like a pretty decent backup keeper, which is ironic because I think he had a back injury. So you missed the trial day. So there was a trial day and I missed it. Is that what you're telling me? We'll go back to it. Owusu's out for 2 to 3 weeks of concussion because it's been a few days since he's had one. Oh, this trial day. Sorry. Right, let's scout it. Any of these boys, any goods? Carl Fuller's been released from me. Or he was at me, I should say. These guys aren't very good, though, are they? Let's face it. None of these guys are any good. Previously at Chelsea. On the off chance they've released loads of players this year. No, they haven't. Some pretty good ones, though. Again, if we were like a professional side in a few divisions up, this is like in the future. This is what we'll be looking at. All these guys we'll be looking at a lot more. So I guess we'll see if Roy Nelson moves to Swansea City on a free transfer. Don't tempt fate, please. Don't appreciate that at all. Okay, looking pretty solid. I think team-wise, like squad depth as well. If we look at current ability, goalkeeper, we've got one great one. Defensively, a little bit concerned. I think defensively is our issue, isn't it? Like everywhere else is pretty good. Our spine is quite good. I mean, I'm not too worried about it, actually. I think if you get Andy Murray in, that whole situation looks a lot better, generally speaking, not genuinely. That's the wrong word. Kevin Fitzpatrick is such a cut above as well. We need to bring in a backup goalkeeper from somewhere. Is he in the under 21s? I didn't actually spot that before. He's not, which is quite curious. I don't think there'll be 19s. There are a few 19s without... Well, maybe we should look at 19s as well, Benny Boy. If there's a few there, we should maybe investigate a couple of these if they're about squads. I didn't look through because ordinarily at 19, or if you're in the under 19s, most of the time you've got a club. But if there's a couple here that aren't... Who's that? Wales? Pat Rogers, yes. Alex Robinson, man. You see he's a right back as well. Knowing I need one, you get a little bit excited, don't you? And then the come down is too much to take. This guy at the Czech Republic, no. If they're this age without a club, they're probably not going to be that great. But I don't want to miss someone and then feel like, oh, we could have got one a free, and we didn't try. Do I go through senior teams at this point? Kosovo, left back. He's not going to join. It's just that it's essentially the weaker sides, isn't it? And the local sides as well, or the local countries. To me, there's a few there that I skipped because I'm not expecting anything from. Although was it Montenegro? They sometimes produce decent ones. We're going to leave it. I want to see how these... We've got a couple of loans. This Wolves defender is the big one. I've been linked with the Aston Villa job. I couldn't care less about that nonsense. There's nothing to do with me. Delighted to present Roy Nelson. Yeah, good signing. And we're seeing it live, viewers. Right, I'll spend a little while now answering a few questions if you've got them. So if you've got interesting questions, fire them in. Am I live on Twitch too? I'm not live on Twitch, no. This is strictly YouTube, so the VOD is there available. So yeah, let's talk. If you've got any questions you want to know the answer to, whether they're football manager, if they're personal, if they're football related. Actually, not as many football ones because I can only say yes or no most of the time. I mean, I'll answer the big ones now, actually. Let's save time. So do I think Liverpool win the Champions League final? I think we have a 40% chance of winning the Champions League final. And I think Madrid are the favourites and have a much better starting 11. But I think there's certainly a possibility for Liverpool to do something magical. And I hope they do, obviously. But I think you'd be foolish to say they're not, like Madrid aren't favourites. Do you bother setting up training in lower divisions, given your facilities? No. Sometimes I'll do tutoring now and then, and I'll train like one aspect to just try and improve it, but it doesn't really happen very often. Is this pre-recorded? No. Looking forward to the World Cup. I'm going to do a swear, so if you've got small children around or you're watching this on the VOD, I'm giving you a lot of warning here. I'm so fucking excited for the World Cup. I am. I'm so excited. How bad are Aston Villa that they're trying to get a Vanarama national, man? How dare you? That's insulting to me, if anything. They're top of the championship. Oh, but that's because of alphabetical order. No, they're top of the championship. Read it and weep. Have they been down to... No, they've actually struggled quite a lot. They got promoted, first time I'm asking, and they've got... Their captain is Nick Binns, which is just a good name. Nick Binns. Love that. Who should Liverpool sign this summer? Naby Keita, Fekir, I'd get him in as well, and then a couple of experienced, and maybe an experienced striker who fits sort of Bobby's mould of playing. That's quite difficult though. That's quite niche. And I want a new goalkeeper. I know Karius has done better in the second half of the season, but I think he's pretty average. And it's a bit of a risk taking that pretty average keeper into next season. He might prove me wrong. He might turn it around, but not sure. I saw Rodgers and then 12 months, and I thought, surely not. But Pat Rodgers has already picked up an injury for 2 weeks. Is he injury prone? Because that would be a... No, he's not. He's just got another injury. It's fantastic news. The injuries are piling up, which is fantastic. It's a good job we've kept Gillum around, isn't it, really? Still waiting on this Wolves right back. I need to know more. Would I ever dye my hair? Probably not. No. Thoughts on Arteta to Arsenal manager? As Arsenal manager, I'll say this as a Liverpool fan. I would really like it. I mean, if this is used in a montage when he wins the Champions League in 3 years' time, then fair enough. But I would really like it if Arteta became Arsenal manager, because I think that's not what Arsenal need right now. That's foolish. So I hope it happens. Butland to Liverpool. I don't think Butland is an upgrade on Karius. I think they're very, very similar goalkeepers. Am I a Liverpool fan? Yes. What do you think about the Danks Bank Premiership? Do I have a favourite team? No and no. Andy Murray. Speaking of Scotland, Andy Murray. There he is. Unless you're talking about unless Danks isn't Scotland and I've made a mistake. Oh, that's not how you do it, Ben. It's like that. Oh, it's Ireland. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is Ireland, isn't it? Yeah. Ireland. Sorry, I said I thought it was Scotland for some reason. I don't have a favourite team. I don't follow it either. So, sorry. At least we got an answer. Andy Murray signs. Yes, great transfer. I actually think that's one of my better deals this window. Quite happy with that. From a range of 10 to 10, how delighted are you that Joe Hart isn't going to the World Cup? I actually think he should have gone ahead of. I assume it'll be Nick Pope. And then beyond the World Cup, you take Hart out and then put Joe Grayson also coming in just quickly. And then you put Pope in after that. But I think on this occasion, you should take Hart, really. Joe Grayson, I think he's quite nicely well-rounded. And to come on as a backup, if needed, I think is good. Fairly inconsistent, doesn't enjoy big matches, that's fine, because he probably won't be playing in them. So, not a problem. He's basically the backup to Simon Doherty, which I think actually works out quite nicely for us. And it gives us a bit more depth in the middle as well. And we're signing him, so it's not like he's a lone player that I have to lose at some point. Am I rooting for anyone else other than England this summer? I've told a lot of people that I think Brazil will win the World Cup, so I kind of want them to do well. But they're my favourites. They're my... If I was a betting man, I would bet on Brazil. Why is it sponsored by Danish Bank? That's a good question. Do I follow the Scottish Premiership? No. Can I? Well, actually, I will do next year with Gerrard at Rangers, probably. Manchester City transfers. You've written Manchester City transfers ? I don't know what you want me to reply to that, really. Pentagon Challenge next FM? Definitely not. Far too difficult. Far too sloggy. I don't want to do that. Do I watch a lot of football? I try and watch as much as possible. Aha! Troy Ashley Moult. Now, is he good? I think he is good. At right back, perfect. Can only play one position. Needs to work on his heading. I think he's absolutely perfect for our right back predicament. Could do with getting his pace up a little bit. We might train his quickness if we can. But that is my 6th loanee. Yes. So can I play 6 loans, viewers, just to be clear? Or can I only have 6 loans? Is that I can play 6, right? Because that's really good. I'm delighted. Andrew can lead this club to glory and the US Open. What's his best position? Central midfield. I think. Is that where he'll fit in? He'll mainly play there. Yes. I think he's a magnificent capture. No, I don't. I think that's the sort of player we should be attracting. Thames are Joe Grayson's 5th club. Is that a risk at such a well-travelled player? He's 29. What do you mean? Well, fancy wanting his name on the back of their shirts. May have to wait a little while just in case. I'm going to say no, he's a good fit. He's fine. Andy Murray was recently released from Derby. I'm surprised he was released. I think he's a great player. What's my relationship with... Why are we going back to Joe again? Terry, you had your time to ask me about this. Great respect for him. Welcome. 6 loans. Wait, is it 6 or 5? Oh, God. 5 in the starting 11, 6 in the matchday squad. Well, that's a problem. We'll cross that bridge when we eventually come to it. If you were Klopp, how would you approach the game versus Madrid? In the same way that we approached the game versus City in the first leg. But that's quite difficult to do, because I think that, in reality, Real Madrid know that that's going to happen, which makes it less impactful, really. Backup goalkeeper? We'll see. He might be good. We'll bide our time in that one. I'm a bit concerned about the fact I can only play 5. So I need clarification on this, really, because I don't think it says in the rules. We'll take another look. But in terms of loan players, United. This is Brexit rules, by the way. United Kingdom have left the European Union. Players coming in from the European Union now need to apply for work permits to play in the United Kingdom. European Union players already playing in the United Kingdom will only face these restrictions upon signing a new contract. As part of the breakaway, players from Ireland will continue to be treated as non-foreign to the nations leaving the European Union. Thank you. That was probably some time ago, though. Loan rules. Hello. Maximum of 6 loan players are allowed on long-term loans. That's not really what I want to know, though. Domestic players, I mean, it doesn't say. I'm assuming I can play them all. 6 players allowed on long-term loans. A maximum of 2 allowed on loans for the same club the same season. 2 domestic players. I mean, none of it says about how long they can play, so I think we're good. I mean, I'm sure there's a rule, but... Elliot, thank you so much for the £5 donation. Are you worried about Liverpool when Salah and Mane and now Keita go to the African Cup of Nations? No, because they moved it. So, no. They moved it so it's not in the January anymore. So I'm quite okay with it. Benji, how do you feel about the pedestrianisation of the Norwich City Centre? I think it's great, yeah. I'm all for it as someone that walks there quite often when I go shopping. Pop to Chapel Field, you know. I'll see you there. I once did a meet-up quite near the Forum. No one came. It was 2 minutes long, but no one came. Disappointing. £1,000 appearance fee. Sneaking that in there, you cheeky little boy. £1,000? How about £1? How's that sound, idiot? No, not £1,000. No, just get out then. Where are you from? FC London, Manchester. Oh, that explains it. Get out. Makes me sick. It said no player restrictions at the top, did it? Marvellous. Who's this guy? He's worth 2.2 million. Forget it. What time is it? It's 3:10 in the afternoon. If you watch it on the rebroadcast, it probably isn't. That would be extraordinary timing if it was. Right. Right back is sorted. We've also got a backup right back, haven't we? So we're actually pretty good now. I know. This is probably my best window, and you're getting to watch it, which is quite exciting. I think as far as starting 11s go, that's pretty solid. And actually, that's not even it, is it? Because, well, will it be Andy Murray at the back on the right-hand side instead of Mohamed? I don't know. It's close. I don't really like defensive centre-backs, to be honest. And fullbacks that can actually play as fullbacks on automatic for the first time ever. So that's good. But as a starting 11, that's pretty solid. For this division, how are we rated in the season preview? Oh! It's like really dramatic fireworks. 3 players. Owusu's in there. Ashley Malt's now in there. And Fitzpatrick's in there. Yes, boys. We're good now. We're a great team. Well done, everyone. So a great window this has been. I'll recap it in the next video as well. But considering our players aren't worth a great deal, that's not bad, you know. That ain't bad. Who's he? He's pretty good. Someone's bidding on him. Tranmere are nicking him as well, so that's good news. I mean, yeah, by all means, take all of the good players from this division away. Where are we? We're second. Oh my God, I didn't even see that. I was too busy focusing on this. We're 5-1. Oh, that means we have to do quite well. Oh no. 5-1. I'm actually a bit shocked. I was just so focused on this. I thought we'd be like 14th. Oh, okay then. Right. We actually are predicted to do quite well. I don't like it. I just don't like it. Our friendlies are going well though. Money. Yes. Come on. Get it in there. Oh God. We are... Oh no. 5th place in bad. Second's not even good though, is it really? That's still playoffs. You want to win the league. But Carlisle are in there. They were pretty good last year. And I think they're still pretty good this year. Second though. Ooh. How exciting, viewers. I'm excited. This could be fun now. Could be fun. Could be fun. My Football Manager just closed. My Football Manager just closed. Where's it gone? My Football Manager just closed. What the hell? What's going on? Where did it go? I'm getting it back. What just happened then? Oh no. Oh god. When was it? When was the last autosave? It's on 2 weeks, I think. Oh god. Help! Anybody! Andy Tannoy! Jeff Thomas! Anyone? Michael Henry! Right, well, if you're watching the rebroadcast, this did happen. Oh! It just closed out of nowhere. Right. Oh, I don't want to start a new game. No. Right. We're loading back. Can you see it, though? You can't see it, can you? Oh, God. Please pop back on the screen. Is it just... It definitely... This is there. It should be there. Oh! Okay. What had we done? That doesn't look as many players as before. Oh, no. Oh! It was so long ago. Oh! When was this? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, Wolves. Oh, no. No. Where is he? What were we at? Can someone go back and tell me? What were we on? Oh, bollocks. Oh, no. Who did we have? I can't remember. Oh, no. Where did it go? Bollocks. Has Fitzpatrick signed the contract? Yeah, he's good. He's fine. Right. Andrew Murray. Oh, I'm going to do a swear. Hide children. Fucking hell. Sorry, everyone. Oh, no. Right, he's got to come back. Where's the Wolves guy? Ashley Moult. That's right. That's the one. Ashley Moult. This is now a recovery job that's having to go on. Ashley... Where is he? No? Was it not spelled like that? Where is he? Roy Nelson. Yes. Roy Nelson. No, because now he's somewhere else. Oh, God. Oh, no. These lone guys, Pat Rogers, he's still... So it was in between this point here. Who else was it? What is going on? This is madness. What a turn-up. This is not what anybody wanted. Especially me. Oh, no. What about... Who was the... Oh, the other what? Joe Grayson. Thank you. What about all the... Oh, no. You should really save after every transfer window. Thank you very much. Yes. No shit. Where's Ashley? Oh, there he is. Right. If you don't come to me, there's going to be hell. Key player, right back. Can't be recalled. Boom. Right. Please don't let me down. Who else did we have? Was there anybody... Harry Kane. Was there anybody else? Pat Rogers, Grayson. I think that's it, right? Okay. Bloody hell, viewers. Mayhem. Right. That's more, innit? God's sake. No, get rid of that. We talked about this last time. Right, you're signed. Grayson. Yeah, I'm so on edge now. Why did it just close? Like, when does that ever happen? Flipping heck. No, I don't want you. We know that now. You're not needed. It was in between this period. I just done a lot, I think. That's all. God's sake. At least we didn't have any... Do you know what would have been worse? If we had any, like, 6-month injuries and then we'd lost it, because then I would have felt bad. Matthew McFadden, thank you again for the donation. Nelson, Murray, Rogers, Grayson. Got you. I think we're good. Right? I think we're good. So it's Mo, Murray, Grayson, Rogers, Nelson. Yeah? Okay, 5 players. Bright's injured. Of course he is. If that would have been a long injury, that'd have been fearsomeness. Do 1 week auto saves. I think we probably should do at this stage, yeah. I mean, I do have auto saves on, just 2 week ones. Yeah, see. Weekly. There we go. That's better. Before it crashes right now. Oh, someone's saying save. That's a good point. We'll wait until they're all in. Then we'll get them locked in. And then we will. Oh. But the thing is, right, as a YouTuber, because when you do a video, ordinarily what I'll do is I'll leave Football Manager running. I'll take where is my camera? Is it close? So what I have to do is I have to take the SD card out of my camera, put it in my computer, and then oh bollocks, and then transfer the footage. So then I'm never sure if I've saved the game. So then I always have to come back and so I'll save it 3 times in blind panic, just can't lose this, can't lose this. You just drew with Palace though. That's good. Well done, everybody. Dear me, what happened? My game just closed, which was a little bit disconcerting. The thing is, right, I was messing about. I was looking at my webcam, and then my webcam flicked or something. I don't know if it paused on my screen on my OBS. I wonder if it's because I've heard before that there's an issue with Football Manager is that when your computer is doing too much stuff, Football Manager sometimes just goes, I don't want to be here anymore, and just leaves. So I wonder if that's what happened. I don't know. Did Kev have it as well? Alt F4 to pay respects. Not even funny. Not remotely funny. Right, we're good though. We'll carry on as normal. But let's pretend nothing happened. And Nelson's coming in. Yes, here we go. Now, the tragedy will be, viewers, when we don't get one of the players that we should have got. And I can't remember who we had and hadn't scouted either. So that's good news. Maybe I'll have to watch it back later and figure it all out. Did a well-long press conference as well. Not doing that this time. Forget it. You are in red in finances now. Nah, surely not. We should be good. Yeah, you see? We're laughing. Right. Do you know what? I still think the Andy Murray transfer is one of the best ones. If we actually get him now. Have we got him yet? I don't think we have we? Nelson to be revealed. Yeah, I'm well chuffed. What does that say? Decline. Yeah, I'm not going to do the press conference. Sorry. Right. Oh, it was before this. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, that was quite a long time ago then. So had we played Burnley then? Guess we must have done. I can't remember. Well, I hope you're enjoying this. Apart from that moment of absolute chaos, hopefully you're enjoying the stream, viewers. Because, dearie me, that was quite the moment. And there was nothing I could do about it either. Oh. I'm calm. I'm calm. Get them all in. No, this is just now our job to get them all in. Right, as we do this then, as we know who we're signing for now, I'll answer some more questions. So we'll see if you've got anything you want to throw at me. Not literally. Offensive and painful. Oh, yes. 60,000. We need about 200 before we can be happy, though. I think we should just about get it. We were in a lot more debt at the start of this year than we were in previous years. But in terms of wages, you can see we're not spending all of it at all. We're actually doing pretty well in that regard. So all is good. Oh, we actually looked at some of these players then. Oh, so this was a few scouts before, because Teddy Bishop and everything. I remember. PC specs. I've got an i7, a 1060 graphics cards, and 16 gigabytes of RAM. Is there anything else you'd want to know? Pretty sure that's the crux of it. Can we just talk about Liverpool being in the Champions League final? Good, isn't it? It's exciting. We've had a good year. I think the thing that people are sort of not really touching on with Liverpool is that Klopp's got about 14 good players. And he's got into the top 4 and a Champions League final with 14 good players. Which is pretty outrageous, isn't it? What happens to Docs? He's on Snapchat, so I think he's alright. You love my commentary in the FM Charity Cup. Thank you very much. I was really nervous to see what people thought. Because I've watched charity games before. And people can be pretty ruthless to the people commentating, even though I think they're doing a good job. So I was pleased people liked it. No one complained, right? So, do you often see Cultaholic guys, and does Jack or any of them play FM? Jack does, yeah. You might see him on this channel in the next month. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Wish all of us luck on your exams, Ben. Good luck to everyone on your exams. You shouldn't be watching this. So, you've made a mistake. Grayson to sign as well. Get him in the van. Everyone's happy. How much will Salah be sold to Real Madrid for this summer? I mean, he's not going to go for less than 200 million, but I genuinely think, and this might sound mad, but if Real Madrid said, we'll give you 200 million for Salah, although I quietly think Real Madrid probably are going to go for Neymar in the next couple of years, for Salah, then I think Liverpool should accept it. I absolutely think Liverpool should accept 200 million for Salah, because of course you should. In the same way that you should accept what we accepted for Coutinho. Like, Salah's an excellent player, a brilliant player, but I trust Klopp to go and spend that money really well. So I'm okay with it. I'm a bit sad, and I should clarify also, I don't think he's going to leave. I know everyone's sort of joking about it because he's had a good year, and of course, players that have good years go to Barcelona or Real Madrid, but I don't know why he'd go. Jobs, Benji, previous jobs. Oh, is that the question you're asking me? Nothing very interesting. You get bullied at school. Well, that's not good. You should tell someone. Have I ever been to Australia? No. I would love to go though. Europa League final predictions. I would probably back Atletico. Are you optimistic that FM can remain fresh year upon year in terms of YouTube content? If we don't get a new interface, which is what you're looking at right now, as I think I've just completed all of my transfers, by the way, that I missed out on. Then I think if it looks the same next year, as much as I think this is good, I think from a YouTube audience perspective, you want to be able to watch something a little bit different. And as I say, as much as it's good, I think I want to see it looking a bit fresher and a bit newer. And if it doesn't, and if they don't redo it, I'll be using a skin next year for my own well-being. Because I don't think I can look at this interface any longer. Because it feels like I'm playing the same game every year, which is a bit of a shame. I think Docs is taking a break, Leo. But you'd have to ask him. How odd do you think England will do at the World Cup? I think we'll get to the quarterfinals and be knocked out. I think the group we should definitely get out of. I think the last 16 we should probably win. Having looked, I can't remember who it is, but I've looked at it and remember thinking, oh yeah, we should go through that. But then I think we play someone like Brazil, actually. So I think at that point, see you later. But I want to see us against the better sides, because I think actually England are set up quite well to play the best teams. There's not as much of a fear against them because there's an idea and a bit of like Southgate's got a bit of a philosophy. So I'm really excited, and I love a World Cup, not just for England, for everyone. I'm really excited. I think it'd be great. Emre Can to Juventus, maybe. Do you see a Klopp staying for longer than his contract? Maybe a couple years longer, but not for a very, very long time. No, I don't think he'll do like 10 years, maybe 8. Have you ever played any Total War? No, but I know that Jack would probably be able to get me a code if I wanted to. Who do you think might be the top scorer at the World Cup? Ooh, good question. I don't know. It's a great question, though. Who's got quite an easy group? Like Suarez, maybe? Uruguay's group's not that tricky, is it? So, someone like Suarez, Cavani. How much do you prefer YouTube over Twitch due to rewind pause? Oh, what, as a streaming function? I don't really watch streams on YouTube very often. I watch them more on Twitch. Almost exclusively, I would say. I only really watched the Cultaholic ones, thinking about it. Did you watch Renford Rejects when you were younger? No, I didn't have Sky, so no, I didn't. You heard about J. Lloyd Samuel? No, I haven't heard about J. Lloyd Samuel, but interestingly, I've thrown a football to J. Lloyd Samuel, so I hope whatever the news is good news. Mark my words, Denmark will win the World Cup. Good luck. What do you think about Allardyce leaving Everton? He plays really rubbish football, doesn't he? So I can see why they would want to change it. But I think he's in a bit of a tricky situation. For him, though, he'll definitely get another job. So I bet he's not massively bothered. Right, folks. We are going to look for one more player before we wrap things up. I think it's been a pretty successful transfer window, though. Hopefully you've enjoyed the stream and are enjoying Thames generally. But the player I'm going to go and look for now is the only position I feel like we really lack someone. I think with signing Pat Rogers and having... He's gone back into the reserves, hasn't he, or the 23s. Roy Nelson. We've now got 4 strikers that I think could probably be relied upon in Gillam, Pat Rogers and Roy Nelson. As we just have to change this back to what it was, so I can feel happy again. There. We need an attacking midfielder, I think. Oh, and a backup goalkeeper, but that can... I don't have to do that now, because it's just going to be someone to be a backup. But I think someone to replace Bright is massively important. So we need to go and find that player. I think midfield now, we've got a little bit of depth with Grayson. Pope's there as well, of course. At the back, we've got David Collette, Andy Murray, Anthony Martin. Maybe another left back might be needed, but he's not a massive necessity right now. But I think we should probably look to get one of those in. But yeah, an attacking midfielder to play if Bright gets injured is what we need most of all. Oh, Jalen Samuel died. That's very sad. That's very sad. Dear oh dear. I mean, you don't even know what to say after you hear something like that, but that's, yeah. You never want to hear that someone's died, right? Will you be looking for a left back? Yes, probably. Ask a key player to recommend a signing. Should we see if Owusu will recommend a signing? We should do this to a few maybe and see what they think. My game is frozen. I need a midfielder. What status are you looking for? First team. I can't think of anybody. Thanks for being here, mate. Appreciate that. Stevie Foster, have you got any ideas? I mean, if these guys do recommend players, they're a bit foolish because they might end up replacing them. Need a midfielder. Well, actually, depth of quality in the squad. Can't think of anybody that would be suitable. Brilliant. Has anyone got any ideas? Now, I feel bad asking Bright. He's a bit older, though. But I essentially want them to be pretty good, like, in comparison to him. We need to... Can't think of anyone suitable. Okay, nobody knows. Nobody's got any idea. So, you had Murray starting before. Ahead of Mohammed. Yeah, I think that's probably right as well. I think we've got a decent squad now. Like, a decent team in general coming together. Actually, we didn't mention this. I mentioned it right at the start of the stream and then we never went back over it. But players that have gone. Jack Hallahan has left. That might be a bit surprising to some people. Spent a long old time here as Jack Hallahan. But he's moved on. Jordan O'Connor, of course, who we lost and then got back again. He's moved on. Had one really good year and then I didn't play him again. Mark Miles, one of the strikers, has gone as well. You had pretty good first year and then beyond that, not too impressive. Callum Ferry has been released. He was actually quite a good backup keeper. Maybe I should have kept him around. But whatever, doesn't matter. Have these offers been rejected? Yes. Okay, so attacking midfielder. Let's see who we can get. Now, I don't want them to be a loanee, really. I want them to be an available player that I can have and hold. We've got a lot of money, so if we actually end up getting someone that's even better than Bright, that's not the worst thing ever. Somebody like Josh Taylor. Holy smokes. If he's actually interested in joining, then, oh my, hang on. He's not had a team for 10 years either. What's this all about? I mean, job done? Job done. Josh Taylor, extraordinarily well-rounded, still pretty fit, 31 years of age. Yeah. I mean, that didn't take me very long to find someone who's literally perfect for the role. Might be better than Bright. I don't understand. Okay. Good. Where are you watching the Champions League final? In my living room. Do you ever watch other content creators? Yeah, I check in a lot of the time. I don't watch any Football Manager people regularly though, but I'm always interested to see what people are doing. I tend to watch sort of one-off videos more than I would a series. Like if they're doing something that's a bit more, not experiments, but like something that's a bit different. Like if they ever do, if Football Manager creators ever do like vlogs, like little update videos, I always watch those more than I would watch a series because I like to know what's going on. I find those quite interesting. I feel like I'm probably aware of people that create videos or blogs or stream, even if I'm not constantly talking about them. Wow, Josh Taylor got a not very good star rating. On this occasion, I'm going to ignore the star rating because I think he's actually very good. And he's exactly what I want. Yeah. I mean, decision-making is shocking. And and his composure's not very good, which are quite important generally. But for what I need right now, I think he's probably close to perfect. I mean, maybe we should look for another one that's slightly younger, because both of our attacking midfielders now, like Bright and he, are quite old comparably to the rest of the team. So we might actually need another one to have a little look for. We've got an hour and a half actually, so I'm gonna bring this to the end. Bring this towards the end soon. Potentially, you should make a vlog, but it wouldn't be very interesting. I feel like I would only do a vlog if I thought it was going to be good. But I mean, if I ever do a vlog, god damn it, it'll be good. But right now, I don't think it would be. Scott Townsend. Now he's quite an interesting player. Sheffield United. Who's bid for him right now? What sort of calibre want him? Mansfield. So a League One team want him. Now, would he pick me or the League One team? I guess we'll see what sort of contract he wants and what our scouts say. We looked at that scout before. Fitness or physicals aren't great. Adam Lee. Billericay, probably aren't going to get him. Have I seen Loki's videos? No, not his recent ones. Should you should do a draft video with Smith? Maybe at some point. Maybe. Good idea. Strength is too poor for this level. I'm not sure. What do you press to not play the friendlies again? You go to staff responsibilities, first team, and then manage friendlies to assistant. I'm also letting Ian do the tunnel interviews this season because they were annoying me during the playoffs. Arteta favourite for the Arsenal job? Yeah, that would be daft because that wouldn't make any sense. He wanted vice captaincy, by the way. Oh. Was it Scott Townsend? Surely not, right? I don't know. What happened with Andrew Murray? He's in the first team. There he is. Loving life. Looking forward to the new season. As my other centre-back gets injured for a few days with a bruised ankle. Bruises are all the rage, aren't they? Everyone's getting bruises all the time. Blimey. I might stream some Liverpool. I'm also doing, as people might not know this, I'm actually doing a Liverpool save on Twitch at the moment, where I've not signed anybody, and I can only sign under 21 players. So if you're interested in watching more streaming, twitch.tv/Dr. Benji, not with the FM, just Dr. Benji, and you can come over and watch that if you want. Oh, squad numbers. Haven't done these for ages, so let's do these properly. Fitzpatrick number 1. Malt, number 2. Ethan Morgan, number 3. Number 4, Keon Harris. Number 5, he's not going to be happy about this, but Andy Murray. Number 6, Taj Holness. Number 7, Christy Clark-Slocum, although he's not starting, it just feels right. Nah, Bright can have it, Clark-Slocum could be 11. Number 8, Stevie Foster. Number 9, Owusu. Number 10, Pat Rogers. Number 11, done. Number 12, Chris Day. Number 13, backup goalkeeper, which is annoying now. I'm just going to make it Mohammed because I'll change that. Now we'll just sort of... Oh no, 15 should be more attacking, I think. Like Gillam. 19 for Nelson. That's already been decided. 17, 18... 19, 20, 21. Perfect. Happy with that, actually. And then 22. Lovely. Yeah. Good. Better. Happy. If you were made head of the FA, what 3 things would you introduce to improve the quality of football? I would... Oh, blimey. You'd need more than 3 things. That's a difficult question to answer. I might do a blog about it, but I wouldn't just aimlessly pump money into grassroots football. I hate when people say that. Oh, just sell Wembley and pump all the money into grassroots football. That's not. Well, hang on. Don't just give everyone 100 grand. Every club 100 grand. They need to improve the standard of coaching first. That's the first thing you need to do. Not more pitches. Like, yeah, that's something you should do as a result of more coaches. When coaches feel like we need more pitches, it's not like there's a limited amount of pitches in the UK. There's plenty of fields, right? Oh, we just beat Fulham 2-1. Yes. Owusu with at the double. So I'd make coaching for me is the big thing. I would improve the standard of coaching, and I would make it cheaper to become a coach. That's where some of the money should go. So, what time do I stream? All the time. No, not massively often, but I try to as much as possible. Do I like conspiracy theories? I think most of them are bollocks. So, your squad numbers usually annoy me. Sorry about that. So yeah, I would make the ability to become a coach a lot easier, and I would encourage coaching a lot more, and then improve the standard across the board in terms of coaching. Because like I went to a football tournament recently, like a youth football tournament, and one of Ellie's cousins was playing, so we went to watch, and the standard of coaching and the standard of football, like on every pitch I was looking at, is like it's all the same, and I know it's about encouraging. But some of these players are like 13, 14. You want to see like them coached properly, and they're not really. They've been told to play in a position, and then just run around a lot. And that's part of the issue, that we don't have enough quality coaches. And I think it's great that people give up their time to become coaches, but then the FA need to be going to all these junior coaches and saying, "Do you want to take the next step in your coaching development? We will help fund it, or we will fund it." And then all of a sudden, you're looking at youth football in England as a whole is far better. But we don't have that at the moment. We have a lot of sort of people that are not really 100% sure what they're doing in charge. And yeah, Lukey Brucey's in the reserves. Oh, they're in the reserves. Right, I think we're good, folks. I think that might be the team sorted for the season. I mean, when you look at that 11, we're certainly a backup goalkeeper, but when you look at that 11, I think we're pretty well set. And I think if we go back to this, it'll probably say second still. Yes, look at that. Yes, boys. Bright's been put in there now as well. Oh, yeah, 4 players in there. You love to see that. So it should be quite an exciting year coming up. We'll just see if Team Solent's players are any good, because they've got them all on amateur contracts before we go anywhere. I think we're in a pretty good state of affairs. What do you reckon then, stream? Good stream? Good sign-ins? I'm very happy, actually. Very happy indeed. I think we're going to wrap things up, though. Of course, if you're not already following on Twitter, at Dr. Benji over there, we've had 1,000 people for the whole stream, which is pretty mad, really. Hopefully you're still enjoying the content. Thanks for still watching. I should say, actually, we're in May right now, and a Football Manager stream on YouTube is getting 1,000 people hanging out. We had just over 1,000 come for part of the charity game yesterday. It's great to see so many people turn out and tune in, especially at this time of day as well. It's like most people aren't out of school or college or whatever, so it's really great to see. So I appreciate the support more than you would ever know. Like, I've said this in a video before, but you've changed my life with this sort of stuff. It's mad. Like, there's part of me that thinks I worked really hard, but at the same time, without you guys supporting, then it wouldn't have happened, right? So thank you for your continued support. If you ever want to ask me anything on Twitter or anything like that, by all means do. Discord as well, discord.gg/drbenji over there. And that's going to wrap things up then. Good transfer window. Very happy. I'll be recapping it in the next episode, which will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. But that's going to wrap things up for this stream, and I will see you again soon. So we're love with care. If we're not to mention, until next time, have a really nice evening and a nice night, and I'll see you tomorrow, as I say, for more Thames FC. I might even stream tonight over on Twitch as well. As I say, twitch.tv/drbenji. If you're watching on the rebroadcast, I might be live. Keep an eye on Twitter to find out the details over there. Good night, everyone. I'll say good night. It's in the afternoon. Have a good day. Go outside for a bit. It's still sunny. And if I click this... Thank you for watching.